16 years ago, Elvis Presley stopped the music for millions of his fans. Last night, more than 10,000 people filed past his grave in a candlelight procession. Well, we found 3 of Presley's closest friends and shared with them some extremely rare home video of their good old days with the King.
There I am playing the piano.
There I am, yeah.
Oh, there I am, you see? That's me.
The loved ones of Elvis take a nostalgic dream ride through time when the King was the King and watch themselves on rare film discovered by a current affair. Film which shows Elvis's history being written.
It's like a movie or something, Steve. Like with you, I'm talking about it, and when you leave, I step out of the scene. It's just like I was in a movie or something, you know. It's hard to imagine.
I never dreamed that 30 years later, I'd be hearing myself sing with Elvis Presley.
Gordon Stoker was one of the fabulous Jordanaires who worked with Elvis and today still has the group.
And he would stick his finger in my mouth or in my eye or just anything to break me up.
He is now watching this incredible film of one of Elvis's first performances in Tupelo, Mississippi. Gordon was there.
He just wearing the top, he had a gold lame suit, and he was just wearing the jacket there with black trousers. Well, the crowd loved him, as they always did, as you know.
But a little lovin' can go a long way. Gordon described this rare footage of total hysteria.
It's scary. Yeah, we looked up and about 10,000 people were coming toward us. They'd broken through the police lines and were coming toward us, and he turned around to us and said, "Run for your life," and we all did.
In those early days, before Elvis ever knew the meaning of the word drugs, he was a shy Southern kid who just really didn't get it.
You can understand why the women would react to him the way he would, just for himself.
The next step is love. So what are we waiting for?
His personality was wonderful. He had a tremendous amount of humor and so handsome. Oh, wow. I love this.
One of the few women who could explain the mystery was Anita Wood, today a grandmother and kindergarten teacher in Vicksburg, Mississippi. She was Elvis's girlfriend for 5 years before he met Priscilla.
I did love Elvis. That was my first love. He was my very first love.
But even love with the King can't last forever. While in the army in Germany, Elvis met Priscilla.
I don't know what he was telling her at the time, but he was telling me that the little girl that I'd seen in the papers, you know, that he was coming home, was just a 14-year-old girl, and she was just a friend.
Elvis was making GI Blues in Hollywood when Anita went to visit him.
I ran over, found a letter that she had written him. Got quite upset, so we had a big argument, and I went home, and I understand she came right in to visit him, and she did. And he begged me not to tell anybody that this little girl was 14 years old, because he had gotten in a lot of trouble.
As the romance between Priscilla and Elvis blossomed, love between Anita and Elvis withered.
I said, "I'm deciding to leave. I'm going to leave you. I think it's for the best." And he cried, and I cried. His daddy cried.
George Klein grew up with Elvis, became a honcho in the Memphis Mafia, and now owns a video store.
I introduced Elvis to quite a few, Steve. Anita Wood, Linda Thompson, and then Ginger Alden.
This old home movie may not be of Cecil B. DeMille quality, but it's historic because Elvis never allowed cameras into private parties. George Klein, seen on the right in his younger days, was a party animal.
Early days were like being in heaven for young guys. We were 21, 22 years old. We were rocking and rolling. We were partying all night. We were making movies during the day. We were doing concerts. There was constantly girls around. We were having a great time.
But girls and good times often didn't make for happy relationships with jealous men, like the time a bunch of Marines tried to beat his brains in.
And all of a sudden, Elvis reaches in his coat and he pulls out a gun and he puts it right between that guy's eyes. He said, "Now what are you going to do?" I said, "Elvis, where'd you get that gun?" He said, "Man, it's not real. It's a Hollywood prop gun." He brought it home from Hollywood.
And another time when Elvis ended up in court on charges of brawling after a gas station attendant hit him in the head.
Elvis jumps out and he decks the guy. The guy's a big guy. He knocks him down.
But Elvis's biggest fights were with his own insecurities.
He once said, I can't play, I can't sing, I can't dance. What do they want me for?
In the classic movie Jailhouse Rock, in which Gordon played a part, Elvis stunned everyone by throwing out the choreography and designed the entire dance routine himself.
where we'd say, baby, you got what it takes, give it to them.
And he kept on giving it to them until the center of his world collapsed. His mother, Gladys, died.
His whole world revolved around his mother, and that was very important to him, and it devastated him. He did not talk about it too much, I think he kept it in, and I know it just hurt him bad.
Many of his friends believe that that was the day the music died for Elvis Presley. But while on this earth, the man who sang the songs that made the whole world sing had done his job.
As I've always said, I think he inspired the world to pick up a guitar and sing. I think all these guys, the Vince Gills and the Steve Warners and all these people that are coming along now that are so great, I think he inspired all these young people to pick up a guitar, to go to the piano and sing and play. And that's the reason there's so many great singers today.
Elvis's first girlfriend, Anita Wood, has one memory of the king she'll never forget, namely the souvenir guitar signed by Presley, which, believe it or not, she gave away. Today, I'm sure it's worth a king's ransom. And we'll be back in a moment.